everybody, and welcome back to another episode of First and Last. My name is Josh, and with me this week I've got Joe.
Hey, man.
And Jimmy.
What's up?
Nothing. Just surviving snow.
God.
2023.
Snow apocalypse.
Snowmageddon.
I mean,
my whole body hurts.
In reality, it wasn't that bad. It was pretty okay.
It was fine. It was nice to have a little break in between the snows.
Oh, God. Yeah.
That's true.
Got to do some clearing.
I did some clearing, and then in the break, my snowblower died. So I went to go after like the big dump, and it would not do anything, and my wife had to leave to go to work this morning. And I was like, oh, I'll get out there half an hour before and have it all cleared. And I'm like, I guess I'm grabbing the shovel and going as fast as I possibly can.
Seriously digging.
I mean,
and that's how people have heart attacks. Apparently, that's like a common, like a
shoveling?
big, like in the Midwest, like a big amount of heart attacks happen during like after big snowstorms.
I could see that
because you're like doing you're exerting a ton after you haven't because it's been winter, right? And most Midwestern dudes have just been sitting inside drinking beer and eating red meats.
Hell yeah.
Cured meats.
Hell yeah.
And it's just
stored.
like heavy and like you don't really notice because it's cold.
Yeah. You get your heart pumping pretty good.
Yeah.
I was feeling it today.
Yeah.
It took me a couple
I literally used
tries.
I used the excuse, well, I guess I don't have to go to the gym because I shoveled a bunch.
Oh, God.
Hey,
I'm going to be in so much pain.
It's definitely some good cardio.
Yeah.
But it's my mind just went fully blank.
Did you have something else?
Thinking
Fully
about
blank.
snow now.
I was gonna move along from weather talk because it's riveting for everybody.
Fine.
Riveting.
That's good.
And go directly into
Let's talk about it.
Spooky month.
Oh,
Spooky
is
March.
it?
Yeah.
We did it.
Spooky March.
I thought it was April.
Pumped.
But like, yeah, sure. Spooky March.
You were on the text messages.
You didn't read that? You didn't see that one? So I'm especially pumped and pissed, and I'll tell you why. Because there are 5 Wednesdays in March.
Cool.
Which
5
is
spooky months.
Because we usually do 4, in a month, 4 spooky shows.
But this one comes out on the 1st.
So this comes out the very first, so we get to sneak in a 5th. But I just did a show, so you guys are gonna each get 2, and I'm gonna only get 1.
You could, you could.
But that's gonna wrap up the season then.
We get 5 spooky shows?
Yeah.
So
wow.
This is episode. Yeah, this is episode 21. So then, yeah, the 5 remaining episodes of this season are
Spooky March.
Spooky March. It just really. I know this. No one's talking about it. It's not a visual podcast, but right now, one of my cats is maybe sitting in Joe's lap,
she's been looking for weeks now and like doing a little
really
poking
checking
around
out this lap.
Doing a little poking.
It's a good lap.
I'm trying to not play too. I came on too hard, I think. I was like doing some back rubs, and then now she's like, "Oh, never mind."
I think unlike some cats, she likes the pet kind of right at the base of the tail.
The old.
But she's sitting next to you.
Butt pet.
Yeah, next to me. That's fine. On my phone. That's
a big step.
It's a big step.
None of these cats have ever gotten that close to me. Willingly.
But
Anyways,
FYI, I have nice cats. They just they're
really
afraid
spooky
of you.
Cats.
But
Spooky.
it's spooky month. So yeah, Jimmy only gets one show.
Yeah.
Good.
I watched a spooky movie last weekend just because it spoke to my soul. I guess I just felt the spooky coming on.
What movie film?
It's called Skinamarink.
Okay.
Is this ringing any bells?
Like Lamb Chop?
Yes. That's the one.
Isn't that a Raffi song?
Okay.
It's like Lois, and Sharon or whatever. The elephant show.
Okay.
Yeah. It has nothing to do with that.
Right. It has something to do with skin, I'm guessing.
All of the skin. No, it's how do I explain it?
No skin.
Sounds like the sequel to Jeepers Creepers or something.
I should start out by saying that it fully creeped me out.
Nice.
And but I don't know if I would recommend it to someone to watch. It's a tough watch. There's not a whole lot of plot. If I were to describe the plot, it's like two kids. They're little. Their age is maybe like 3 and 5.
Oh.
And it's like them in their like suburban house, in the middle of the night, and just like weird shit is going on. Like the house all of a sudden has no doors.
Wait, this is like live action?
Yes, live action.
They're toddlers,
like a 3-year-old and a 6-year-old. Like they're little kids. They can talk.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and just weird shit's going on in the house. Like not like a murder or anything, but it's just like, oh, there's no doors anymore, or oh, like our toys are on the ceiling. And that's pretty much the entire plot. But like the thing that like, it's a lot of just like very blurry, not blurry, but like very the grainy camera work. So you can't really see stuff, and it's dark. And you can't really hear things either because like the kids are whispering. So I'm like describing a movie where it's like hard to see or hear anything, but it's creepy.
Huh.
And nothing happens. But again,
yeah, you're really
So
selling
it's
me.
just like crappy paranormal activity with toddlers.
kind of, yes. It has
really
a kind of a
happens in those
feel.
movies.
Yeah, it has a kind of a feel of like a found footage, but it's like not necessarily like, oh, dad's using a video camera. But it plays on the same types of things where it like feels realistic to you. Like it looks like a nightmare, so like that taps into like a spooky area. And like you're like waiting for something to happen, and like it doesn't. But like that entire time you're like, oh my god, something scary is gonna happen.
Nice.
And like there are a couple spots where like something pops out or whatever, or there's just a really creepy visual.
Was this
yeah.
movie like on your radar, or where
It
did
showed
you
up-
find this? Is this
You know,
for Joe?
I've got a personal feed, which is my friend's Plex account.
Nice.
And it showed up there, and I was like, all right. But yeah, if you don't mind working for when you sit down and watch a movie, maybe give it a shot.
All right.
I mean, if I see it in passing, I'll be like, ugh, I have to watch this movie now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably put it on if I scroll by it.
I probably won't.
But, you know.
You haven't really made it so I should seek it out. I don't think.
Yeah, I feel like you really gotta want to have this type of movie in your life to enjoy it.
I have 4 seasons of Walking Dead left, so lots of spook to finish.
Yeah, creepy.
Good luck with that.
It's gotten terrible.
Yeah.
Season 7 is like they jump the shark. There's a lion or a tiger. What is it? Whatever it is.
Oh, King Ezekiel's
It's
tiger.
like, okay, this is what we're doing now.
You
Great.
said there's like stormtroopers or something.
Yeah, eventually.
That's like final season.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that too. It's like what like dystopian world? How are they manufacturing these things?
I really would have liked for them to like maybe explain how they got things going again. They have an R&D department, you know. Like. Well, guess what?
What?
I was going to talk about what show I'm going to do, but I think Joe should tell us what show this podcast is first.
Of course. We take a TV show and watch the first episode and the last episode and nothing in between. And in that way, we judge an entire show by its book and its cover.
By its book.
I love that you just kept going with it.
I was going to just write it out and see if anyone noticed.
I noticed immediately.
It's not a thing people say.
No, it's not.
But we get it. We get it.
The shoes are flipped around.
So you read a little bit of the back, you know. It's got some stuff.
Part of the game is we watch the first episode and then try to make predictions for what we think is going to happen in the last episode, which is kind of fun for spooky shows, especially because a lot of times it's like, they set up something in the first episode that you would think would be paid off by the end. Of course, if it's like a longer show, like they pay off things at the end of the first season, and then by the end you're just like, well, I don't even know if these people are going to be alive anymore.
True.
And who knows if these people are going to be alive anymore, even through the first episode of Resident Evil.
Oh, the show.
Yeah.
I didn't even know they made a Resident Evil show.
Is it just like a one season? Is it a one and done?
Well, I mean, I'm sure it wasn't meant to be a one and done, but it was a one and done.
Okay.
It came out last year, July 14th, 2022, all on Netflix.
Oh.
One season, 8 episodes.
I assume you haven't seen it?
Nope.
Do you know if it's related to either the movie or the shows, or the movie or the games?
Yeah, I mean, it's got the characters of the games.
Okay.
For sure.
Because the movie has nothing to do with the games, right?
I mean,
or barely.
It doesn't. You know,
Okay.
the movie the first movie, Resident Evil, I've watched all the Resident Evil movies. The first one is they made up their own character, the Mila Jovovich character, Alice. Like, she's not in the games or anything.
Right.
And they weaved in, you know, obviously game lore and stuff into the movies. And then later on in the movies, they introduced like Chris Redfield and
Okay.
like
so they come back to
Wesker
it.
and all these and these video game characters and
Sure.
stuff. And so I believe, I mean, Umbrella Corporation and I think Wesker, one of the bad guys, I think these people are all in this show.
Okay.
I assume some for like a Jill Valentine or a Chris Redfield or Leon, one of those main characters from the video game is probably one of the main characters in the show, if not multiple of them lying around.
So probably closer to the game.
Yeah, I have no idea if it's gonna.
Who's to say?
You would assume that it's because game one, I guess, for anybody that's not really familiar with Resident Evil, game one was there was like essentially, I don't know, a disturbance in this place called Raccoon City, and then the STARS like special forces team ends up in this mansion, and this mansion is like overrun by zombies and like other various giant terrifying creatures. So the whole game is like basically in this mansion where they find out it's I think, if I remember correctly, it's basically like a test facility for Umbrella.
Yeah, you solve puzzles, shoot zombies, stuff jumps out at you.
Yeah.
And the whole thing is that like this like science company like sort of accidentally did this.
Well, I think they did it on purpose.
Well, what did it mean for it to like get out?
It probably
just destroy them.
Yeah, I mean they probably didn't mean for it to get out, but they made the crap on purpose probably. And they're the Umbrella Corporation.
Is that this one? Is it Resident Evil or is it just the movies where it's like the AI is also involved?
I think that's a movie thing.
Okay. I stormed through a few of those movies last spooky month, last October, and they started to get just wild. I couldn't do it. But
yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen one of the movies, just like one of the middle ones. I don't even really remember what happened. And I've never actually played any of the games, but I've watched a lot of people. I've watched a lot of playthrough of 1, 2, and 3.
Okay. Well, hey,
okay.
Literally just today, as of recording, I think they announced that Resident Evil 4 Remake's going to be out March 23rd.
That was like the GameCube one?
24th?
Or at least GameCube era.
It was on GameCube. It was on Wii. I played it on the Wii.
That's, I think, the only actual Resident Evil game I've ever played is that one on the Wii.
Just jumping up and down, wiggling your hand in and around like a doofus because you're playing it on the
That's spooky games on the Wii are great because you are just an idiot. You're just like your whole body then like shakes to try to do whatever you're doing, and it's terrible.
Yeah,
it makes it way harder.
It's a fun game. So yeah, I'm curious on whether or not the show has anything to do with the main people of the game, or if they're going to be connected somehow, right? Like Umbrella Corporation is there's no way you can have a Resident Evil without the evil corporation that like basically started everything. Are they going to kind of adapt maybe some of the game stories? Are they going to just go farther in the future, or maybe a prequel? I don't, or just as a different area? Because I could see them being like, oh, we're gonna go to like Detroit and like there's a zombie outbreak in this little section of Detroit in this warehouse district, and people have to deal with it. Like, you know, that sounds like a shitty offshoot video game that could be a Netflix show.
Sure.
Yeah. What has science done?
I was trying to search for some sort of joke about like not being able to tell if like Detroit's been thrashed by zombies or not.
Oh, sad.
Got him.
Oh.
Imagine there was a joke there.
Oh, Joe, you're the funniest one here.
We just lost that Detroit listener.
Well, I mean, because they got bit by a zombie.
Yeah, they're dead.
Because they're dead.
Because they're undead.
Because they're
now.
undead.
Well, I guess luckily we didn't lose them because they hung up.
Yeah, undead plays still count.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, listeners, I hope you're ready for me to hopefully try to describe things that I think happened in the games, which I barely played like one of them, and maybe things that I remember from the movies, which I'm sure no one respects.
I sure don't.
The first episode is called Welcome to New Raccoon City.
Oh,
Interesting. July 14th, 2022 is when this whole season was released. So let's watch that and we'll be back. And we're back. We're done with the first episode of Resident Evil. You got a write-up, Jim?
Sure thing. I was just trying to look at what the wiki says the genres are of this. And it says action, biopunk, horror, and zombie apocalypse.
Biopunk, huh?
Yeah.
Created its own genre.
Yeah.
It's like steampunk, but bio.
Like, yeah. Genetic teen drama. Okay, welcome to New Raccoon City. So this is split into two stories, essentially a past and a future storyline. So I'm going to just kind of read them in their like chunks. So we have 2036 is what we open on. And it's apparently we're in London, and Jade Wesker is researching this pack, a group of mutant humans known as Zeros. All is going well until she cuts herself, and then the pack comes after her, and then a gigantic mutant caterpillar attacks her and knocks her unconscious.
Sure does.
And Jade is saved by some apparent good Samaritans and taken to a fortified refuge to receive medical treatment. Her saviors actually plan to hand her over to Umbrella, as she is considered a high-value target. As Umbrella arrives, the leader, Baxter, orders his soldiers to execute everyone, apparently but Jade, who must be captured alive. In the ensuing carnage, Jade escapes and jumps into the massed horde of Zeros encircling the refuge. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a second. And then in 2022, the like backstory, we have young Jade Wesker and her twin sister Billy Wesker. Billy Whisker. And their father Albert, and they arrive in New Raccoon City, a planned community in South Africa, where Albert's work is vital to the Umbrella Corporation. Billy notices animals being transported in her father's automated building. Oh, that's why there's no people there, because it's automated? Even though Umbrella openly disavows any link to animal testing. So she and Jade gain entry to Umbrella to document the animals and inadvertently release Cerberus, an undead mutant Doberman that chases them. Cerberus bites Billy's neck before Jade manages to kill the dog with a fire extinguisher. So yeah. There's also a whole thing with them moving and some drama surrounding that, and Billy having a rough time at like her old school, and now she's immediately having a rough time at her new school, you know, the Raccoons, and gets bullied.
The Raccoons.
A
Not-
few times.
Like that's their mascot, not
Yeah.
like raccoons aren't bullying.
That's what I was laughing
They're not-
about. I was
yeah.
just like,
yeah,
yeah, she's having a tough time at
It's-
school, and also there's a lot of raccoons
yeah,
in
it's Raccoon
town
City.
digging through the trash.
Well, I mean, with a name like Belly Wesker, you're gonna.
Belly Whiskers and the Raccoon Band. Yeah, so she gets bullied a bit, and that's you know, it's 2022, so it's all captured on phone and sent around the whole school, so she's like wants to die. And then somebody attacks this bully in the raccoon like school mascot uniform
Mm-hmm.
and puts it in Billy's locker to like frame her for it. So we don't really know what that's about yet.
Mm-hmm.
But then they have to all go to the principal's office where Albert threatens this like family because he's high up in the food chain and this guy's some like low level
Yeah, just like
Some-
IT.
programmer. Yeah.
It seems like based on how the episode ended with, or that timeline ended in the episode of Billy getting bit by a zombie dog,
Mhm.
like and
Yeah.
dying as far as like you know what it kind of looked
Seems
like.
dead.
Seemed dead. It seems like it's not really important who was in the mascot like that. I think that that little path. Like, why would we revisit?
It seems like it's a thing, though.
It seems like it's a
seems like
thing.
a thing that this past stuff is going to keep coming up.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe they'll revisit that. But because also then we find out immediately in the future from the umbrella guy, Baxter, he says Jade's sister is looking for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we are led to assume that that's Billy.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's the one sister that we've seen.
Mhm.
So we assume that she's alive. So we got to see more about. We got to go back and see how that plays out.
But we also learned that both Billy and Jade were born of Albert's seed, but
Mhm.
with two different women's like eggs.
Mm-hmm.
But placed into one
Is some
surrogate mother.
is that how? So
That's why they're twins. I that's how I tracked it. Did you not? Did you hear that?
I only heard that they were born at the same time, but I'm not sure if they were. Of
maybe
the
they
same
had
surrogate.
an artificial womb.
Yeah.
It's really not important. They're just twins. They're both Albert's kids.
Yeah.
It's really I think
Born
the
at the same
important
time.
born at the same time, and obviously Albert is giantly. He's got a lot of power and responsibility in a giant bad corporation. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing we didn't hear is his whole thing surrounding this drug he's in charge of called Joy.
Mm-hmm.
That's supposed to be to help people, you know, with like serious mental health problems, but like it's being marketed as just like a pill to make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he
and to children as well.
he actually that was like the only part of the episode that Albert was like, this is for like really
It's, like,
depressed
not
people
okay,
and stuff. Like it's not for like recreational use.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a totally bad guy, even though this company seems pretty evil.
Right. Well, he was also he is also watching like video of people getting like murdered or some
Oh,
like
yeah.
out like Tijuana
The
something was
Tijuana
happening.
incident.
And he was like, is this coming out? People gonna know about this? And they're like, nah. He's like, cool. So like, you know,
We're handling it.
Well,
He's,
okay.
he's good. He's got his good and he's got his bad for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, not really any not too much relation to the video game and or I guess the movies in the manner of, I mean, Albert Wesker is like
He's the guy, right?
he's like one of the main antagonists throughout the video game series
Mhm.
that part
and the
seems
and the
like,
movie.
Yeah.
So there's that, and then there's Umbrella Corporation.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Um,
just like the origin seems like it's the same.
Yeah.
It's big pharma is at fault here.
The dogs, I think those are in the first game, right?
Oh yeah, zombie dogs.
Yeah, zombie dogs.
Totally, for sure.
Yep.
I don't know where giant zombie caterpillar falls in.
No, I feel like I've never seen that.
That was kind of ridiculous.
I mean, if you were like, we're gonna throw one big giant like mutated creature in the first episode, what should we do, guys? Bear, tiger,
caterpillar,
even an elephant. No, let's do caterpillar.
Caterpillar.
Bigfoot.
Caterpillar. Yeah, Yeti.
well, like a caterpillar, it's like something big that's not supposed to be big.
Yeah,
So that's weird.
it's weird, but
And,
it was
like,
silly.
Super fast and strong. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't seem like if you make a caterpillar. Damn it! What is going on with me? If you make a caterpillar bigger, like it's still like you could just squish a caterpillar.
Yeah.
Like, isn't it? It's like, wouldn't it still just be like big and squishy?
I mean, it's gotta have stronger. The skin's gotta be thicker based on how big it is and stuff. So,
Sure.
you know, and
Yeah.
that's pretty big.
I don't know if it's like
It didn't seem like it took.
tearing up a city street though.
I mean, the people that killed it didn't seem to have too much issue
That's a good
with
point.
it. Like
They shot it like 10 times instead.
yeah, they tore it up.
Does it eventually go into a zombie cocoon and become a zombie butterfly?
Aw.
Yeah.
Adorable.
That was actually a moth.
Mm.
No, I don't know.
Bummer.
Ugh.
I mean, yeah. So like the first stuff, like in the new Raccoon City 2022 timeline, is really just kind of what we already talked about: Billy and Jade and their dad Albert, and then some of the stuff that happened around school, and then the very end of Billy getting bit by the zombie dog.
Mm.
I think the more consequential, maybe more Resident Evil-y stuff is happening in 2036 with Jade in London. She's like studying what they call them, zeros?
That's what they were calling, or that's what she was calling them, zeros. Like, and I took it as like the first wave of the virus, and she's hoping, like COVID, that it'll just keep mutating and get less harsh or whatever of a virus.
Like Jade, I am also still waiting for some people that got infected by COVID to start being humans again.
Yeah. Yeah. Good luck.
But yeah, she was explaining to someone, like the zeros or whatever are kind of like the people that have been infected with only like stage 1 or whatever. They're not getting like crazy mutations and stuff. And if they presumably start to show signs of like thinking and rationalization or like problem solving, that presumably that means the virus is like dying or like getting weaker because their humanity's coming back, because they're not actually, because according to her, they're not dead. They're like not true zombies either in this.
Which is too bad.
They're just people that are infected.
That does make some sense, though, with, like, I think it explains how, like, Resident Evil zombies have, to me, in my mind, are always, like, those are, like, the running zombies. Like, I can't think of another zombie, like, entity that has, like, fast, strong zombies. It's usually, like, there's moaners who just walk slowly, and you should be able to, at a jog, get away from this horde of zombies.
Well, just Last of Us.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, and that again, they explain that, right? It's a virus, but they seem dead.
Yeah.
But the one thing that was interesting that I think is a change from the game and the movies that even changed the game stuff is like they like smell blood.
Oh,
They're like sharks.
The zombies?
Yeah. Did you catch that in this?
that's how she got.
That's like she put like a drop of blood like on the rabbit, and that's like what attracted to them.
That was so ridiculous to me. That like she's been doing this whole time, like in this tent by herself. It's been 14 years? And she like scratches herself and like almost gets killed by this group of zombies that she's watching. Like, she's not being careful.
It seems like a pretty careless mistake, right?
And one
there.
even like caught her, and still somehow she's fine.
Yeah, still got out. But yeah, so it was interesting that the other like she tried to explain it away, like as they are infected for like as far as it goes, like their eyes like dissolve or something, like their eyes go away in a couple years, and then their like hearing goes bad, basically.
But their sense of smell is great.
But for some reason, yeah, she said their sense of smell gets better. That's like how she described it. So they're just turning into like good like land sharks now, basically. Smell blood.
Cool. Love a land shark.
I mean, that's kind of fun. She did say also after she got knocked out by the worm and the people brought her back to like their camp, she did say that there's 300 million humans in the world, because they were like, what are you going to do? And then she was like, oh, against them, like the zombies. And he was like, yeah, we'll be fine. And she was like, there's 300 million humans in the world and there's 6 billion zombies.
Wow.
Because like the whole world is like fucked. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
So that's an interesting way to think about it.
I did not catch that.
I did.
So do zombies reproduce then?
I don't think so.
Hot. Hot zombie on zombie action.
So that just means that many zombies have survived 14 years?
Yeah, I mean, because how many people are on the... it's 2022 now. I mean, there's like at least 7 billion people, right?
It's like 8.
It's like 7-8 billion.
Yeah. So, you know,
so
you have
a lot of those people died, but
like a billion
and a half died.
A billion and a half died. The rest turned to zombies, and then a handful survived.
I guess I just think of zombies as like perishable. Like they're undead, but like you could like wait them out and like be
and
dead
a
in
lot
few
of
days,
like,
weeks.
mediums. For instance, The Walking Dead, where now it's like sometimes you run into a zombie and they're just like their skin is just like hanging off because they're
just deteriorating.
Yeah.
But
these people are fine.
These they're fine.
Some senses are bad, but
yeah,
some are great.
What'd you think, Joe?
Right away I was disappointed that the setting was, at least for, you know, the future or present day part of it, was like post-apocalyptic. You know, zombies have taken over the world. We're all just like surviving, and it's just a bunch of militias running the place. It just
that's the only part I liked, I think.
I think and I guess that's not to say that I liked the high school part more, but I guess I was just hoping for the setting more of like the first game, where it's like essentially a haunted house but just zombies, right? And that is going to be like kind of smaller scale like that, like just some people trying to escape a place with zombies.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they did it like that because that was essentially also the first movie's setting. So then it would be like you're just gonna do this again, like a third time.
I could see them doing that with this show in the like flashback in the 2022 part, if that really remains, which it makes sense that would remain a big part of it, with Lance Reddick being in this show just like at all. He's like the one big name. Jade is a person. She was in that Kristen Stewart, Elizabeth Banks, Charlie's Angels movie that I think flopped, as far as I understand.
Okay, but yeah, not
she's
necessarily as well known as he is.
Right.
Which you bring that up because you figure like he's going to be in it more.
Yeah, they got this guy.
Yeah.
They want people to stick around for the Wire guy,
the Fringe guy.
The Fringe guy.
That's why I like
both of those shows.
Yeah, I always think I always think Fringe when I see him.
Yeah. I mean, he's great.
So you weren't excited that they picked that setting?
Yeah, at least for, you know, there remains to be seen what happens more in the 2022 setting.
Yeah, because right away it was supposed to be 3 months from outbreak or whatever day it was, and we weren't there for 3 months, so so they're still gonna there's still gonna be some 2022 stuff for sure. I wonder if he's like alive still or he dies.
Yeah, not sure.
Like future Albert.
Yeah, like who's alive in the future if Albert's alive in the
predictions.
future.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's a prediction thing. I don't know. What did you think, Jimmy?
I mostly disliked the show in general.
Okay. Yeah.
Mostly because I guess I don't know what the time difference was, but it felt like we spent a lot of time in like the teen drama of the 2022 era, and I was not here for that for Spooky March.
Yeah.
But then some of the stuff was so unbelievable, like when it was spooky. Like just the fact that she lives through like this zombie horde attack, then she lives through zombie caterpillar that like also like has her, it gets her, and then like just drools some saliva on her, like is it like a fly? Does it need to like dissolve the food with its saliva first and roar at her like a lion and then get shot?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
While
how
she's
caterpillars work,
unconscious?
man. Come on.
And then the firefight thing, she just ran away, but then they explained that like they were trying to not shoot her.
Yeah, they definitely wanted her.
They wanted her alive, but then she jumps from this like 200-foot like thing into the zombie horde. We're expected that she's gonna not break her legs or neck.
Yeah, that's
and
how
die.
the show ends.
I literally thought there was going to be like a Marvel style like aircraft is going to swoop in and like catch her or something. Like, because I was like, yeah, it's like,
I guess maybe that does happen. We
I
didn't
feel like
see,
if she's so high
didn't
up
see her land.
that she's going to
It's
land,
too high.
break a leg, and then just get eaten by zombies.
Yeah, immediately.
Just immediately.
Worst way to die.
And then yeah, you just go with them. And then like when the girls are running from the dog and they hide under a table,
In a glass room.
like that's exactly where the dog would first go. Have you seen a dog
You'd actually
at a table?
You'd actually be better hiding on top of the table.
Yeah, you're just right at dog height when you're hiding under the table.
Well, you're crouched and at dog height. So now the only thing that has mobility is the dog.
Yeah.
And you're just kind of stuck.
under. Oh god! And they got away from it still.
Well,
I mean, they got out of that situation somehow.
Yeah. Because for some reason the dog, like, instead of like just going and biting them, like snuck up behind them and was like, "Hey guys," like Freddy Krueger or something.
What are you doing?
it really did. It was like rough, and it was like, oh no.
What are you doing here?
Yeah, I have a fondness in my heart for the like campy bad Resident Evil movies. Having only played like a couple, I probably played 2 out of the 8 mainline Resident Evil games, you know. So I'm not super invested in the games, but so I liked the 2036 stuff a little more for sure, just because it was at least a little bit reminiscent of those movies. The high school 2022 drama up until the very end where she got like bit, and then I'm like, okay, things might happen. Like now, as we get closer to like the outbreak, I think I'll start liking that maybe a little bit more. What I'm saying is I'm sadly, I think I'm like at least intrigued enough that I would watch episode 2.
Okay.
If it was like next week, I probably wouldn't. But since it all came out on Netflix at once, I'd probably watch it.
Sure.
The one thing about Resident Evil, and I don't know if people agree with me, but I feel like Resident Evil is one of those, it's post-apocalyptic game where you say like The Walking Dead or The Last of Us is a way better example that does it better currently, is that those zombie shows are about like the people surviving and being people against each other kind of thing, you know, people versus people in this environment for the most part, and that kind of stuff. Whereas Resident Evil is like people fighting crazy creatures and zombie crazy things. Like, you know, it's like it's the zombie
and big bad corporation.
Yeah. But the corporation's really just there to like make creatures to like fight.
Sure.
You know, and for the most part. So, I think it's why I kind of like the future stuff a little bit more currently, because I'm like, yeah, I mean, I don't want another zombie caterpillar, but I do want to see some big dumb things.
Yeah.
It'll be
Absolutely.
fun. Some gross, drooly, bloody things running around. Killing billies all the time.
Just leprous animals.
Poor Billy.
Poor Belly.
Poor
She
little
really
William
had a rough
Wesker.
time. Oh,
Poor
man.
Belly Wesker. Anything else, or should we do
William.
predictions?
I'm good.
Let's do it.
All right, someone else do their predictions because I dropped my book on the ground.
Joseph?
Yeah, I've got Billy, who we know, or at least they told Jade your sister's looking for you. I don't think that there's any sort of trick there. I think it really is Billy. But I think Billy is part zombie.
Oh, like
Ooh.
she's infected and is like harnessing the power kind of thing? Got it.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was a thing that we didn't really talk about where Albert was taking their blood, and then and they didn't really explain it, but then
He was like testing it for something, right?
Injected it into himself.
Mm.
Injected one of their. I don't remember if we saw which
Mhm.
vial, but then at some point while the sisters were talking outside in their very bleached white new neighborhood,
Mhm.
that they haven't been like sick ever.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
If you've
So
never
she could
been,
survive
if
it.
you've never been sick ever, you should look into your past. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
You've been sick.
Big Pharma is involved.
You've been sick. I have that which this might not pan out because Jimmy in searching IMDb like couldn't really find the name, but I had that the bully from 2022 is alive and helpful.
Oh, okay.
Alive in 2036?
Yes, alive in
Okay.
2036 and helpful.
Okay, nice.
wow,
Somehow working with the good guys, whoever the good guys are.
Okay.
I think from 2020 or 2036, there's a time jump even further into the future.
Ooh.
Maybe another 14 years, see what's going on. And then I think this is towards the end. I think someone that was thought to be killed earlier in the episode, like, is not really dead and comes back.
Nice.
They might get killed after that, but like, it's at least like they're not dead yet.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, let me do mine.
Cool.
I'm going to say that there is one of the characters, like, besides Albert Wesker, like a Jill Valentine or a Leon or a Chris Redfield.
Okay.
Or a Claire Redfield. Those are pretty much the four.
Yeah.
I think there's going to be a well-known video game character, like, at least in this episode.
Okay.
At some point. Or at least, like, and if not, they, like, are like, Leon's over in Africa killing zombies. Like, like
Name drop.
they very specifically either in it or they're like very prominently mentioned. Number 2, I think there's going to be a boss battle. And I will be specific
Sure
about
hope
it.
so.
I think it's going to be like a person like in Resident Evil where like they interject them things and they like mutate, like I'm more powerful because of the virus.
Yeah.
Nothing's evil here. I'm just a giant monster.
And then the boss music starts.
Yeah. So boss battle of some sort. I kind of think that Billy might not be Billy and that she's like a clone. So I just wrote clone.
The Billy of the future that Baxter mentioned.
Yeah, that's my thought. Is that she might be like a clone. My official guess is there are clones.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Okay.
someone's a clone.
Okay.
We'll have to figure that out. But that would be my money would be on like that Billy that got like bit by the dog.
That Billy's dead.
That might be a dead Billy now, but there's a
Sure.
clone.
Okay.
That makes sense with the blood stuff.
And then like, because Billy would have to do something pretty crazy in my mind to like be in charge of Umbrella and like being against her sister Jade. It seems like they're trying to be in this together
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. So interesting. And then with that, I think Billy, since she seems to be in charge of Umbrella or big up in Umbrella in this one in the future, she turns on Umbrella in the future. So she becomes a little Benedict Arnold Cumberbatch.
Nice. Billy Dick Darnold.
Belly Dick Donald.
I don't know why that sounds so gross. Cool. My number one is I think we have a bad guy future Albert. Like we see Albert in the future.
Okay. I can see that too.
Again, because I just think they need to, get Lance in there.
As much Lance as they can get out of this guy.
Number two, zombie gorilla.
Oh boy,
I'm into it.
that'd be tough.
I didn't know I was until right now, but I'm into it.
Number three, I think we have some bad Umbrella AI.
Oh, so you think there is a bad AI?
Yeah.
There was kind of AI, not like...
Yeah, I mean, they said the building was automated, and that's how they explained there not being any guards.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They still should have had a guard.
There's at least one guard. So the good guys are fighting some AI. And then my number 4 is just that Jade wins whatever battle she's fighting.
Jade wins.
All right. Yeah, we'll see. This
boss battle.
This show was on for one season, July 2022, and then Netflix announced in August that it was not renewing or was canceled after season 1. So we'll see what the last episode has for, I don't know, cliffhangers or ending of what they thought they could do or whatnot. So we'll see there. But the last episode is called Revelations. So we're going to watch that, and we'll be back when it's over. And we're back. We're done with the finale of Resident Evil. It was called Revelations. Did they have any revelations? You got to write up, Jimmy?
Probably. With Umbrella forces closing in, Jade encourages the use of a monstrous weapon. Teenage Jade enlists Simon on a fateful mission into Umbrella's HQ. That's it.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah. So, at the beginning, Jade and Billy, future Billy, are surrounded by, like, zombie hordes.
Yeah, should we just do future timeline first? Walk through?
Sure. Yeah,
whatever.
rather than go back.
I don't
forth.
think any of it really matters together.
Yeah.
At least for what we know.
No, not really.
So, continue.
Billy's mad at Jade for something and, like, knocks her down, like, punches her and runs away.
What also, yeah, I mean, it also, Billy is like a very much an Umbrella person that's like, seems like she's like, I'm super powerful. I'm like awesome.
She wears a lot of leather.
My shit don't stink.
Which means bad guy.
Leather. Sweet leather coats mean bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
Very tight leather. And so she runs in and into this, like, tent where Evelyn is, who's, like, seems like the super bad throughout the show. She's, like, tied up or something, or just, like, hurt. I don't know what.
It looked like she was just
is.
like drunk on a chair.
It could be that too. But so Billy grabs some sort of, like, control, some sort of, iPad to control these drones, and then goes out and has the drones kill all of the zombies and also all of the Umbrella, like, soldiers that were helping them, because she's just kind of nuts. In the meantime, Jade has gotten away and gets to this boat where it seems like her husband is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we saw him and her daughter in the first episode. She
we did
video chat.
Yeah, she video chatted him.
Oh, I forgot about the video chat. It was her birthday.
Mm-hmm.
And he started a fire making waffles.
Somehow.
Like you do.
That's
there's
like
fire involved.
I mean, there's heat involved.
I guess
but
if you have one of those, like, oven griddles and you have, like, a pilot light, I don't know.
You have to, like, try hard to, like, start a fire making waffles.
Yeah, for sure.
But okay,
You're doing it wrong.
That's neither here nor there, I suppose.
It's the future. Who knows what they're using for hot plates?
I guess.
Yeah, so they get on this boat. They don't realize that the daughter has gotten off somehow at some point. But she's like, to the captain, she's like, let it go, or whatever. And then they talk the captain into hitting the big button that releases the zombie crocodile.
Giant zombie crocodile.
Not a gorilla.
Yeah, I mean, giant. You gotta say giant.
Giant. It's
big.
very large.
Mm-hmm.
That seems to also be a pet to the daughter of Jade.
Yeah, I have no idea what was going on with that. At one point, the crocodile like ran up to the daughter and just kind of like laid down, like it was like, "Hey, we can chill."
Yeah.
The daughter seemed scared though, so I don't think it was a pet.
She didn't know.
Yeah, she didn't know that was going to happen, but then Billy's like, "So, what's the deal? Like, what did you do to your daughter? Because clearly, like, zombies don't care. Zombie things don't care that she's just alive."
Zombies don't seem to care about like Jade though either, because she was like running away in all this whole fray, like when she was trying to get to the boat. She's just like running past zombies, and just kind of like running through them, and none of them seemed to care about her.
Mm-hmm.
In the first episode, she like sprayed herself with stuff, which I assumed was why like they originally didn't care about her until she like cut herself and the blood was flowing until they smelt her blood.
Maybe.
So maybe she has like that on her, but
as long as she's not bleeding.
They didn't show that in this episode, and they did not care about her.
She was bleeding at the end of this episode, which is to wrap up the like future part. Is that then Billy is like I don't need you now because I've got your kid to do whatever horrible things I'm gonna do to you. So then shoots Jade in the stomach, which I don't understand. Like TV shows and movies where like that's the like debilitating thing that they do. Like you have a ton of like very vital, like you would die, you know. But that's like that's like where they shoot you if like they just want to injure you.
I mean, generally getting shot in the stomach, isn't that supposed to be like, it's like a very slow, horribly painful death? Like, isn't that what that is?
Like it'd be like your spleen ruptures and you die. Like
yeah,
if you don't get
it, like
immediately.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should. I mean, she didn't want to shoot her in the face in front of her daughter. Maybe, I don't know.
But like she gets up and is fine, like at the end.
Well, I mean, as fine as you can be with a bullet in your belly. In your belly whisker.
Belly whisker.
If you can stand from being on the ground and not scream. Anyway, then
she grunted a little
what
bit.
happened in the like 2022 stuff?
I mean,
stuff
like
happened.
It seemed like a little bit of time after Billy had been bit by the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, maybe it's 3 months after.
And they were trying to basically, the girls were trying to like get out because stuff seemed messed up. They were getting like escorted by one of the security guys from Umbrella to like get stuff so they could like leave.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't know where their dad was at the beginning. It seemed like Evelyn was involved somehow, the evil-ish type lady. And then they ended up, let's see, they like ran away. Well, so Billy, I keep wanting to call her Belly. Billy, Billy from the bite was definitely having some form of, like something was wrong with her, for sure, in this time. They ran away from the security guy. They went to another kid's house, Simon, and Simon helped them get into Umbrella. So these three kids were in Umbrella, where they met up with their dad, and also this other dude who was also their dad.
Who's also Lance Reddick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they were calling him Bert.
Yeah.
So they were calling their dad Albert and him Bert.
Well, like if you read the descript, it calls their dad Al, and the clone, the other guy, Bert. They probably both clones. The sisters were talking earlier about how everything's effed up. Their dad is a clone.
Yeah.
So I think Al and Bert
both clones.
are
They're both
clones.
neither the original. Yeah.
I looked it up, and there was a interview with Lance Reddick, and I think it's in this season at some point. But he had said that his character Albert Wesker was a clone of the original Albert Wesker, like the one from like the games.
Okay.
And that's
That
how
makes
they,
sense.
I guess, connected the worlds. Maybe like it's in the
Okay.
same place, so that's probably why. Because it's like their new Raccoon City, so maybe all the game stuff
Yeah.
had all happened,
Sure.
and then
Yeah, I read on the IMDb that all of the games are canon within the show's universe.
Okay.
Okay.
So Dad's a clone.
So in '96 or whenever the original came out
Right,
is
right.
when the original happened.
Yeah. So then, they try to escape through, like, trying to get out those 4. Well, I get ahead of myself slightly because all those 5, Simon included, Simon, the 2 sisters, and the 2 clones, the 2 Lance Reddicks, are trying to escape Umbrella, and then Evelyn finds them, and then a little scuffle hits, and Belly ends up biting Simon.
Yeah, because she's having like hallucinations. She hallucinates another zombie dog
Keeps thinking about that dog.
is attacking her, but then, luckily she doesn't bite Bert, who like snaps her out of it, and then she sees the dog again when Jade is like trying to get her to follow her and Simon out of there, and then she freaks out and bites Simon,
Yeah.
which is like obviously bad because she's got the T virus.
And Simon's like Evelyn's kid or something. It seemed like Simon had a lady that was like his mom at his house.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that was
he
his...
called her mom and he called Evelyn mom.
Okay, I was
It's
confused.
very and Evelyn called Simon her son.
Okay.
Yeah. But I feel like, she also said something to
all-
him like, your mom is at your house or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah. And he said his mom cut her finger because she's on like the joy pills and she doesn't know what's going on.
I guess there's a lot of cloning and like in vitro stuff going on. So
Yeah.
he could have 2
It's
moms.
very confusing.
But so
That could be.
Yeah.
Evelyn kills Simon
Mm-hmm.
because he got bit.
Yeah.
'Cause she's afraid that he's
Shoots
going to
him
turn
right
into
in
a
the
monster
head.
or whatever. And then so they light off. So the girls and Bert end up escaping from the thing because they kind of hole up, and Albert or Al, the dad, he like lights a bomb essentially that they make.
Yeah. The Alberts, who are very smart, make a bomb.
Yeah, and but before he like lets them go, he gives them like a piece of paper, and he's like, "Find this lady," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they blow up Umbrella. Evelyn, dude, in that scene, I loved it because like he like was like, "Oh yeah, well I've got like a lighter," and then he like lights the thing, and Evelyn just goes, "Nope," and just books it out of that room, like. You know,
Yeah.
like in every other time something like that happens in like a TV show or a movie, like the bad guy's like, what? Like, and just kind of stands there until like their whole face explodes or something. She was just like, nope, and just sprinted out of that room and found like the biggest door and shut it behind her.
Evelyn might have been the only person I liked in this show. The one evil person.
Yeah, well, but she was like seemed like
She was
a
nuts.
smart nuts evil,
Yeah.
like a evil person that was like, I'm gonna live, dude.
Yeah.
She was still alive as far as I know at the end of this episode, the last season too.
Yeah.
Like because she
You
seemed to
didn't
just
see her
be
die.
sitting in that chair the whole time, and I didn't see the crocodile eat that building she was in. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe
Right.
she's still alive. But then the girls and Bert just escape, and they get into a car essentially, and they're driving away, and then they look at the piece of paper, and it says Ada Wong, which is she's in most of the games.
She's who you play as in Resident Evil 4, right?
For a while, yeah.
Yeah,
For like almost like half the game.
Hmm.
If you're not playing Leon, you're playing her.
Yep.
And then she's in like I think two Resident Evil 2 might have been the first game she was in.
Like her character existed, but you like actually played as her.
Yeah.
Before.
She became more playable later on, but
Mm-hmm.
yeah, so she's highly involved. She's in the movies too for a hot minute. You watched
yeah.
any of the movies? For it's not the first one, but
Mm-hmm.
she's in there. Joe, tell me how much you enjoyed this.
I mean, not a lot, but I guess something I was kind of surprised by was that the whole first episode I was referring to a 2036 timeline as like present day, and like the 2022 is like flashback.
Mm-hmm.
But that through the finale here, it seems like it's not present day and flashback. It's just two parallel stories that it seems like they're doing the whole season.
Yeah.
And then even beyond that, if there was going to be a season 2 like that would just continue, that there's just two parallel timelines going on because there was cliffhangers to both of them.
Yeah.
Right.
And I would almost say the cliffhanger to like 2022 is like more compelling.
Mm-hmm.
Like finding some lady besides just like, you stole my daughter.
Yeah.
Yeah, the storylines flipped for me. Like I liked the future one better in the pilot.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the 2022 one better in this.
Yeah, I thought so
it's
too.
more compelling.
I think I would agree with the 2022 being more compelling. It had like the fighting, and there was like do we even say like obviously there's some sort of like tyrant,
monster,
bad guy that
Right.
was like in a tube in 2022 for time, and the building blew up. I giggled because like the show does some things really silly.
Mm-hmm.
Like the building blew up, and then as people are like walking around cleaning up the rubble, like a hand shot up, and it was like the tyrant hand.
Yeah.
But it was like someone like there was like a bunch of people walking by, and it was like bah.
Which you could like lead that to believe then is like that's the like day the world ends thing that they're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Although that's hard to, if they're saying that it's all canon, then like this has happened other places many times, right?
Right. But, I mean, I don't know. I can't speak enough for all of the games, but like one is like it all happens in like Raccoon City kind of
Is
thing.
that in
So,
Tijuana? Is that how they explain that?
well, but in Tijuana, the Tijuana thing from the first episode,
El Raccoon?
they said like that wasn't really going to be on the radar.
Yeah.
Like so
Essentially, they're able to cover it up every time it
Exactly.
happens.
every time it happens, it's small enough that they
Yeah.
can cover it up. So the world itself isn't.
Yeah, I read a thing about
Okay, fine.
how there's new Raccoon City because the original Raccoon City was like overrun with zombies, so they just like nuked the whole thing.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's like one of the movies is
Mhm.
essentially.
Yeah, and then I mean, I know like the games like Resident Evil 7 and 8, like the newer ones, like those are ones in like kind of Europe or something like that. Like Resident Evil 4 is in like a European town, like a little town.
Yeah.
Basically, 1 and 2 are like Raccoon City stuff. So that's that. 3's like on an island,
Mm-hmm.
like somewhere. 4 is in there. 5's like in Africa,
South Africa?
something like that.
New Raccoon City?
And I never really played 5 or 6, so I have no idea about those. And then
Mhm.
the newer ones are small. One's in like the American South in like the bayou, and that's
Nice.
covered up like even in the game, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm too scared to play them. I just watch like Let's Plays.
I didn't realize that there is a new or like Welcome to New Raccoon City or whatever movie in 2021.
No,
like
was
a
it?
reboot movie.
No, is it a regular movie or is it an animated movie?
I think it's live action.
Yeah, that's what I meant by regular live action.
I think there's action and it's live.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So yeah, two parallel timelines, which I think by the end I kind of am intrigued with the 2022, but then that still means just like half the show I'm not intrigued with.
Right. Yeah, it's interesting that they stuck with it like that. It only almost if they just didn't do, I don't know, full episodes in each timeline or something like that. And it's a weird way and almost like a newer way to tell a story, because generally you don't have shows that just say, we're going to just show you two completely separate timelines that obviously are related because of the characters, just side by side in each episode.
Yeah. Have you guys
Better
seen
Call Saul? Was that like that?
Not really, no.
Oh. Some of it that we watched was like that.
Yes.
Right, with the black and white.
Some of it was in the black and white future or present tense or whatever, but that 95% of the show is in the past.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
I was gonna mention, have you guys seen Yellow Jackets?
No.
That was a Showtime show that came out last year or the year before. But that is pretty much, I mean, clearly a different show, but like same.
God, I hope so.
Yeah, same structure in that there's a timeline where the main characters are teenagers, and then a timeline where the main characters are adults, probably also like 15 years apart. But both timelines are happening throughout the show. So in each episode you get a little bit, progress in each timeline. But that one worked better for me, I think. I mean, generally it's just a better show, but also I think that they do stuff where stuff that you see in the past informs what's happening in the future. And it's also not so far apart where this is like in 2022, it's like things are still kind of normal. And then in 14 years, it's a whole like hellscape post-apocalypse
world, yeah.
Whereas like in Yellow Jackets, it's just like, the world is the same, but it's just like they had an issue when they were kids, and then now they're dealing with something as adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what else did this? Is the CW's Arrow.
Yeah.
Which we did.
But like, it didn't do it to this like scale as much, I feel like. I mean, a lot of there would be full episodes where he would mostly just be doing that. It would be almost like little like snidbits of the bat. Like, I just feel like
of
this
the
was
island?
I feel like this was
They were like whole episodes on the island, just about.
Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It would like
Sure,
really
it wasn't like 50-50.
It would really like favor a timeline in an episode, and it can only kind of shoot back, and really the like flashbacks in Arrow would be like, oh, we're telling you this because it has direct correlation to like what he's doing right now.
Yeah,
and
that's
it didn't
true.
really seem like the flashback or like the 2020 stuff.
It was more a plot device.
Yeah, the 2020 stuff really didn't like, oh, they discovered the tyrant in 2022 and now they're dealing with the tyrant in 2036.
Sure.
It didn't do that kind of stuff like that. It didn't. The past did not inform the present in this show. It was just these are two stories with the same characters, which isn't a bad thing. It's just neither one of the storylines were extremely compelling.
If they're going to be that separate, they both need to be able to stand on their own.
Yeah. So.
And neither really did.
Well, I mean, I'm not, from the two episodes I've seen, I'm not that surprised that the show did not survive.
This felt like a CW show to me at times. Just kind of the drama and not super great acting and things that like, okay, that's not, I don't believe that.
Yeah, it was, I knew going into this that this was not a show that people that like Resident Evil were like, I'm glad they made this. It didn't seem like it was well regarded.
I could have used more spooky, personally.
Mm-hmm.
There were zombies. They were getting just decimated in this, though. They're not really a threat.
The scariest thing in both episodes was the zombie dog, in reality.
Yeah. Actually, the scariest thing in this one was maybe when Billy jammed a needle into a man's eyeball.
That's pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
Pretty rad.
And that part, all of that stuff, like running around Umbrella and her kind of hallucinating spooky things, was like the spookiest stuff in this episode.
Yeah.
I could use more of it.
There's a possibility that I will just watch the other 6 episodes of this.
Just 6.
Like I might, turn it. I watch some stuff while I'm working, especially crap like this where it does not deserve nor need my full attention. Just like background noise.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm done listening to all my podcasts for the week or something, then I will probably stick this on.
Nice.
So we'll see. We gonna see how we did for predictions.
Yeah,
I suppose.
Joe, you went first.
I had that Billy is part zombie, and like for sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, 100%.
100%.
Yeah.
She's got the T in her, which is short for T virus.
Mm-hmm.
Short for trans. No, I don't know what it is. Transmogrifier. I'm sure it stands for something, but I don't know what T virus stands for.
Tyrannosaurus virus. I had that the bully from the 2022 timeline is alive and helpful. And by that I meant in the 2036 timeline. So first of all, 0 points, but I guess it is possible since they do more in the 2022 that like that character does show up
around.
Yeah. Well, we didn't see that character, right?
I don't
As
think
far as
so.
I know.
The only other person she was talking to that I didn't recognize is Jade was talking to like somebody in like a science lab at the beginning, and that's when they like.
Oh yeah.
And that's when they were first like introduced the giant crocodile scenario.
Yeah. I don't know who that was.
That was 2030, the University 2030.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
like
yeah.
Wednesday.
I had that.
But I don't know who that lady was that she was talking to.
Hmm.
I thought it was curious when you said that the bully was going to come back in 2036 and be helpful. I was like, she's probably going to be helpful in 2022. She's probably dead in 2036. Either way.
I think that there's a time jump to further in the future from 2036, and there wasn't.
Nope.
And then that someone thought to be killed is not really dead. There were some people that were hurt, but I don't know that we ever really thought that someone was dead, right?
I mean, technically we thought Belly was dead at the first episode, but we...
Yeah. I didn't think so.
Yeah.
So I don't think a point for that.
All right.
Okay, I had I thought we were going to see Albert in the future timeline. We did not see either clone of him. I wanted to see a zombie gorilla, but we got zombie croc instead.
Yep.
I thought there'd be some AI stuff because that happens in the games and our movies. Didn't see any AI stuff. And then I said Jade wins, and I think at best it was she lived.
Yeah, I would
say,
consider that a not win.
She wasn't really on top.
She was shot in the stomach, and her daughter got stolen from her.
Yeah. They clearly were setting up for another season that never happened.
Yeah. That's what happens when you get canceled because you suck.
0 points.
All right. So my first one was that there would be a video game character mentioned or a cameo or something like that, and right at the end they flipped it over and they were gonna go find Ada Wong.
Yeah.
So that worked out.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was like 0 hour. The movie was over. Their show was over in like 5 seconds after that.
Yep.
I said there was gonna be a boss battle, and I won't take the point for the croc because I really thought my intention was that somebody
the
like
Croc was the good guy.
I mean, yeah, really.
In this scenario.
But my intention was someone like Billy or like Evelyn would have injected themselves and turned into like a tyrant type thing. Even though there was a tyrant that had nothing to do, was not a boss.
I will say bonus points for that. Did not see that coming. That was like that the big bad zombie thing was like we liked that. That was on the good side.
It was a fun giant crocodile.
Yeah.
So none for that. I said my third one was there's clones, and there are clones.
Yeah.
Albert is a clone.
Yeah.
My dad is a clone.
Yeah.
So we found that one out. And then my last one was that Billy is going to turn on Umbrella, and she is very much part of Umbrella still at the end of this.
She's really leaning in hard.
but I will take my 2 points.
It sounded like she was clarifying, like, the reason I'm like this is because of the T virus took away like this, it made her like more of who she is or whatever. Like,
she's like, I don't have insecurities or fear anymore, so therefore I'm just a dick.
Yeah.
And that's me. True me
It's
is
a qualification.
being a dick.
It's like, okay.
All right. You're also like a zombie monster probably, but like whatever.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for week 1 of a 5-week spooky month. Joe, put your spooky pants on.
Already on.
Already on.
They're on underneath my regular pants.
He's a never not spooky,
Yeah.
if you will.
Nice. So stay tuned next week for another spooky show. If you have any show suggestions, throw them our way at FNL Podcast on the Gmail or on the Twitter. Other links in the description below. You can rate our podcast stars and whatnot if you feel so inclined. That'd be great. But stay tuned for more spooky coming at you next week. Goodbye. I'm ready whenever.
I'm ready. Was that convincing?
Yep. I'm convinced.